How do you work this thing? Ah, here we go.
Hello?
Hello. Is this Good Luck Jonathan? This is Ahab speaking.
Yes, it is. I have been waiting for your call.
Things have gotten really bad with Boko Haram there, has it not?
Right to the point. Well, yes, I guess so. But we're doing all.
I'm going to stop you right there. Let me tell you a story that I think might help you. It began in the morning. The waves were nowhere to be found, and my hat had no wind to blow it off. Most of the crew is crowded in the forecastle, since there was nothing to awake them. I had given them the morning off, for they had earned their rest, and we were almost caught up to our quota of whale oil. I moved to my own quarters to find my maps and to assure we were on course to the prime whaling waters well off the coast of Southeast Asia. The calm morning in the quiet boat rocked me at my desk, and I lit my pipe and drifted off to sleep. I woke to shouts and the sounds of arguments on the deck, so I ran up and asked, "What is going on here?" My first mate responded, "The Delight has killed 4 whales already today, and the pod has already moved to remote waters." I grimaced and looked down, knowing it was my fault, and not the crew who had missed the whales. I should have been prepared to hunt, even in a time of quiet peace on the boat. When you don't expect a storm to hit or a pod of whales to pass your boat, that is exactly when it will occur, so the solution to this is always to expect everything.
Wise words, but I think it's too late for that advice.
It's never too late for advice. A quote from Monsignor Ignatius Ayu Kagama, Archbishop of Jos and President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria. The problem is that Boko Haram does not obey the rules of conventional war, but acts with guerrilla tactics. This means that while the army has to operate avoiding to harm innocent citizens, the men of Boko Haram instead attack crowded places, markets, schools, and places of worship. Boko Haram makes absolutely no qualms about killing innocent non-combatants. This quote helps show the unreasonable nature of the group and defines their unwillingness to negotiate. I find the inhumanity horrifying, and it's disheartening to read things like this. Ah yes, thinking back to my past life, I remember this. But at last in his untraceable evolutions, the white whale so crossed and recrossed, and in 1,000 ways entangled the slack of the 3 lines now fast to him, that they foreshortened, and of themselves, warped the devoted boats towards the planted irons in him. Through now for a moment the whale drew aside a little, as if to rally for a more tremendous charge. How horrifying. I truly didn't understand that Moby Dick could not be killed.
Why are you telling me this?
Don't you know Boko Haram's agenda?
Of course, to eradicate all Western education. It's absurd.
But not to them, though. To them, it seems possible. Mark Richman, author at Al Jazeera English, gives a current status update on Boko Haram that I believe sheds light on how far-reaching Boko Haram can be to reach their goal. Notwithstanding the fact that the group's name is often translated as Western education is a sin, Boko Haram's insurgency initially had not been strongly focused on attacking education. There had been some attacks on school buildings in 2009 attributable to Boko Haram and threats to and bombings of universities in 2011, but it was from early 2012 onwards that one could perceive a step change in Boko Haram's strategy through not only increased attacks on education premises, but also students, teachers, university staff, and other education personnel. I remember when I thought it was possible to kill Moby Dick. I should have heeded Starbuck's warning when I could. Oh, Ahab, not too late is it, even now, the 3rd day, to desist. See, Moby Dick seeks thee not. It is thou that madly seekest him. Oh, how foolish I was then. Do not be foolish now, Mr. Goodluck. Ask for help if you need it. Devote your resources towards disbanding this group. Give the people the help they need.
Thank you for your wise words.
I have to go now, but I'd like to leave you with this quote. What are the rights of man and the liberties of the world but loose fish? What all men's minds and opinions but loose fish? What is the principle of religious belief in them but a loose fish? What to the ostentatious smuggling verbalists are the thoughts of thinkers but loose fish? What is the great globe itself but a loose fish? And what are you, reader, but a loose fish, and a fast fish too? Like Boko Haram had the choice to be loose fish and kill, you must be a